Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network, and I told you that I won't be doing this alone. I have with me a social commentator, a person of my various criminal activities. Francis Williams was arrested by men from Ndigoro Divisional Police Headquarters on September 11, 2023, while attempting to steal an electricity transformer belonging to the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC, at Abia. The dismissed police, who is 34 years of age, according to the statement, was dressed in a police camouflage attire with a face cap, which also holding a fake warrant card when the police apprehended. When he was apprehended, the statement added that the
into armed robbery. It's uncalled for.
If you're saying that this is because of hardship, I don't know. I want to ask, are you trying to say that not having food at home, let me just use, because people will always say it's because of hunger. I'm not generalizing this one as a country yet. Are you saying that that is enough reason for one to involve in a criminal act? Yes, we have been saying that we want Nigeria to be a better place. But irrespective of how much the governor has put in, the federal government put in to make sure that Nigeria is conducive for the people, is a better place, the place that we actually want. If we don't work on ourselves, what is a tendency that even if the government puts everything they have, that the Nigeria will still be a better place? If they say charity begins at home, it means that all of these supposed to begin with us. He's now in the office. He has been traveling here and there, trying to put things together, working on the economy, working on insecurity in the country. But here we are doing the thing that we are trying to avoid. So it means that this issue is coming from home. So will you say that hardship in the country is enough reason for one to go to engage in this in criminal activity?
First of all, what sort of hardship that will make you to go and steal a transformer? You did not go to steal you did not go to steal what to eat. No, now for crying out loud, there's no tendency will not adventure into that. I believe these persons they are thieves themselves, they are criminals. That into prostitution, no, or because of hardship you want to steal from. No, you're stealing from that person. Does that person have much that you're going for? No. It is an inbuilt domicile. Is a factor in these persons for them to adventure into this. So it is not because of hardship. Hardship you should tell on everybody, not on this set of persons who have made themselves a tool to be used. And the next thing, if you arrest them, if they're being asked now, you will hear them say it's the devil's work. It's the devil's work. Why did the devil not tell you to look for a moving trailer and jump into it, or see a fire and enter the fire? But the devil asks you to steal someone's property. No.
I mean, this is an excuse that people use anytime there is devil to start with. But we have people buying these things that, like this electric stove that people are buying from, are stealing, are going to steal. Because you won't tell me that they went to steal electricity property because they want to use and manufacture another company. The reason behind this is definitely to sell. And there are people waiting out there to buy. So what do you think the government to do to fish these people out? Because if you do not have buyers, I'm not sure we'll have people stealing it. It's just like those that go around snatching phones from people. At the end of the day, they go to sell it in, I mean, a price that you can't even imagine. You understand? Of course, you know that right now phones are actually expensive, but you will see people go, I mean, someone will snatch from somebody, go to sell it in a price that you can't even think of, you can't even imagine. So it is because they have people buying these handsets from them. I remember a scenario where a handset was snatched from a guy in a moving vehicle that was in motion, and then when he came down from that area to go to complain, somebody was like, "Oh, now you, don't worry, you will get your phone tomorrow morning. We will go to social place and ask and all of those. We know their leaders. And then there is something I saw on the SP Benjamin and doing. He said something, say what you see. And I was wondering, is there no way this person can say, because if you know the leader, if you have been able to say what you have seen, or you say what you know, the people buying this phone, there is every tendency that all these menace will be caught. But a lot of persons refuse to say what they see because of what the repercussion behind, or maybe because of what they have seen. So how do you think the government should come in order for all these menace to be caught?
Okay. Now, starting by what you say what you see. I will tell you what really happened last week in around my area. We were able to, with the help of the police, we were able to, we caught a thief that had been terrorizing the place with a locally made gun. And afterward, one of the ladies just passed on bike and stopped and said, "Isn't that this guy who pointed me with gun?" And he jumped into her fence, and immediately her dogs were like backing. So she came out, and the guy pointed her, and took her things. And the guy warned her not to tell anybody, including her husband. And she kept mute. We asked her for how long. She said for 3 months. So to me, I was like, why will you keep such information? You did not tell your husband because of what? Fear of the unknown. No, but looking at it on the other aspect, these persons, they are what? They are scared of what? Of the unknown. And we should now push it forward to say is based on how we find ourselves in this society. There are some persons who just come out and all of a sudden they adventure into criminal acts, and you find out that they just do away with it, and the society, some of this society will glamour for them. You see someone. First of all, if I'm even to look at this, those persons who bought this stolen property should, if the thief himself is to be jailed for 3 years. This person who bought this stolen should be jailed for 10 years. Because first of all, you know fully well that this guy that is coming to sell this does not work in power holding. He does not sell phones. They don't sell gadgets, and you know fully well, and you bought this thing from him. Knowing fully well, maybe a phone in the market should be of 20,000 of that same phone, and this guy is coming to sell for you for 5,000, and you bought it because of how cheap it is, and you're using that. No, that you should be prosecuted more, because you're the brain behind this armed robber. Yes.
There's this excitement we have when we go to market, and then maybe something that is supposed to be sold at a rate of 15 naira, 500 naira, is given to you at a rate of 200 naira. There's this joy. So naturally, everybody like a wolf.
Yes.
But before we proceed, we in a report here we have that a dismissed police officer was among the people they arrested. What do you have to say about that?
It is really a laughable and a resounding cry that a police officer who should know the law, who should be an interpreter of the law, is involved in such. It's a shame. It's a shame. I think this person should be at the helm of affairs to advise the system, not involving in such act. So you find out that if you look at this case, maybe to an extent, the case will just wobble and off.
To our next story for today. Akwa Ibom State High Court sitting in Esienodim has sentenced 2 brothers to death for killing a farmer over a parcel of land. The convicted felons have 48-year-old Udwak Odo Umorin, a pastor and a motorcyclist, and a 34-year-old Emmanuel Udo Umorin, a farmer and a panabita, both indigenous of Adiaisim, Ikot Etong village in Esienodim local government area. They were condemned for murder of Ibaro Akpanjo, a 45-year-old farmer and a trader from Ikot Otu, also in Esienodim, when he visited his sister-in-law in Adiasan, Ikot Eton, to console her on the death of her husband. The sister-in-law had asked the deceased to accompany her to her late husband's farmland to assist on how she could sell it for his burial. It was gathered that while on the land, the wife of the second convict saw them and called her husband, informing him that someone was trying to bury Juju on their family's land. On getting to the farmland, the second convict beat the deceased while he switched with a machete, stabbing him with broken bottles. The play of his ear, as the deceased was beaten to the state of coma and dragged to his family compound close to the farm. At the family's compound, the two convicts continued to beat the deceased until the youth of the Adia Sene Court, a town local village led by the president, rescued him to the general hospital, Ikot Epene, where he was rejected for treatment. It was also gathered that the deceased was taken back to his village where he died 3 days after the incident. In a judgment, the presiding judge, Justice Wilfred Effiong, found the two accused guilty of murder and sentenced them to death by hanging. Land is something that we all, we came and made it here and we are all living it. You know, at times I wonder, why do people fight for something that you did not buy, something that, is not yours? People say, in fact, the Holy Bible says that, the Holy Book will say that all this is vanity upon vanity is vanity. And then what actually shocked me is the fact that a woman is involved. A woman is supposed to be a builder. A woman is supposed to be a one with so much conscience. That's what I feel, even though it's for everybody. A woman is the one that even supposed to separate, talk husband or relative or whosoever into not doing evil. That's what I see it, because God created us, differently. We are molded differently. But a woman is involved. It's a woman that called. It's a different thing if you said, I raised the alarm because this land already there is issue, and then I'm seeing people there. I actually called my husband to come and ask, what are you people doing here? But you have already finalized that they came to plant, according to her, juju in the land. And that wasn't enough. While the person was being beaten, you equally called your son and other people to join in beating them. It's really, really sad. What do you have to say about this?
Okay. First of all, you just pinpointed the fact that a woman. First of all, if we look at the origin of the world through Adam and Eve, Adam had been in the garden. Only God knows for the years, or it says days also before the woman came in. And when the woman came in, what happened? Immediately she entered. The same apple that Adam has been safeguarding. It was a woman that led to the dismissal of Adam. We know the story. So if we talk about, if we want to look at the progress of a woman, Samson was one of the powerful men in the world then, at his own time. But it was this same woman that led him to his death. His old mind left him. But we are not saying that we don't have good women. Like you are seated here, a woman with good character. But in this case, also I also have my mother, which is also a woman also. But we have that in this case of this incident. Now, it takes the grace of God and a wise man to be able to control events the way it is. Now, the woman said they planted the word juju and some charms and all that. So it is left for the man, for the people that is coming to work, to be wise enough, sensitive enough to see how they can apply dialogue, not to apply. It is a poor information. Information, if an information is passed to you, is subject to you controlling such information. It is left for you to absorb it. Okay, for what if they say fire, run?
Has already been taking place. And then in the process of beating the person that is already gone, she went ahead and called her son to join them. It means that she was there. I'm looking at it this way because If she is not found guilty of anything and then she's not in the custody, the land is still there. The owner of the land is still there. What is the tendency that tomorrow something like this will not happen again?
Yes. That is another part which the judge and needs to look into, because this same woman may still, on the long run, she may have one or two jail terms, maybe for 10 years and all that, apart from maybe hang to death. But I believe she will not be let, maybe in course of in course of the generation, they did not involve her fully. Maybe they didn't, but if she's really fully involved, she will also serve her term.
Anyways, we hope that the court will do something about this. And this is a very big lesson to everyone out there. You don't just wake up and pass unnecessary information. You don't just say something that you have not gotten a proof. You don't just say something that you have not gone deep to find out, you've done research about. Because what you pass to people, I mean, you have seen what is happening on social media. The moment information is being put out there, people do not have patience to sit down and be like, what exactly happened? Nobody wants to know what happened. They just work with exactly what they see. So you should mind what comes out of your mouth. You should mind what you type, what you put out there for people. And whenever you receive information on the other hand, I think you should sit down, talk to yourself before you take any decision. You don't just do things out of the blue. This is really sad, and we sympathize with the family. I mean, now we have 2 persons on ground. They were trying to bury the owner of the land in question, and now someone that just came to console the wife, I mean, has joined them. And this is...
If you look at it, it's even 4 persons, and the 2 that are sentenced to death.
Honestly,
so just a land issue. 4 persons are
really
gone.
sad.
Have gone.
We will just go on a short break. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network, and now to the rest of our stories. Senator Abba Omoro has moved a motion on the floor of the Senate that the government should review its policy on age employment by moving it from 20 to 30 years to at least, or 30 years to at least 40 years, considering the dynamism of the society. Senator Omoro made this appeal during a costly call by the Coalition of Nigerian Youth and Students representing National Youth Council of Nigeria, the National Association of Nigerian Students, IP. The senator stated that his constituency was drastically affected by the unemployment in the country. According to him, when youth in my constituency could not access employment, I encourage them to go back to school. By the time they finish their master's, PhD, they have grown beyond the stipulated government age. This, of course, affects the whole country, not only my constituency. The government should look critically into this situation. This is the reason I move the motion that the government should consider the guideline and policies that invite regular employment of the youth who have graduated from schools. Most of these people pay their ways through school and come out to nothing. Very discouraging. I would want the public to note that the proposal I made in my notion was not to impose employees or employers contrary to the situation making round. The intent was for Nigerians to appreciate the dynamic nature of a society and the predicaments that we face in present days Nigeria in terms of employment. This issue of what Umar just said is a serious concern that that the government needs to look into, because you see people, they have gone to school. Yes, I have someone very close to me that went to do, and after masters, he was like, let me do PhD. Maybe before I come out, I will get scenes, so that if they call those for PhD, then I will be there. But at the end of the day, I mean, for over 10 years now, the person is unemployed. What do you have to say about age and employment?
Okay. First of all, I believe looking at the age of employment, there's some parastatals whereby age is really involved. Like for example, if it has to do with energy work, they cannot employ you at the age of 60 for such work. But if it has to do with work with your brain child, your writing skills and all that, even at the age of 60, 70, 80, you're still relevant to the system. I'm not saying what he has, the motion he has moved is should be debunked. No, it's a good one, but you should also consider it should be restricted to some firms, to some establishments. This age factor, like for example, you cannot say someone who studied linguistics you should teach in a private school. You should teach in a public school. Sorry, they should give him an age bracket that by this is age that he cannot give it more, because looking at, if you want to be a teacher you must have gone through your first degree and all that.
We just hope that this motion will be looked into by the federal government, like I said, because I mean, just like you have talked about intellectual, we have our leaders. I don't think we have anyone that is below 40, as in our leaders out there, and the people ruling us at this moment. I don't think we have people below 40. So why is it difficult? Why is it so hard for someone that is 40 years to occupy an office? You will always hear they're looking for someone 25 to 30 from maybe. You see people going to reduce their age
because of this.
I mean, it's really something that the government needs to look into. I would have loved to dwell on this story, but I think we should move to the next one. And we hope that the government will do something about it. And for the viewers, what do you think about this? You can drop it on the comment section, and you know that the Minister of Information and National Orientation said food security in a statement. Solomon declared an emergency from day one, because it is the only way to cover what according to the report that we have here, this is what the president said, talking about food importation, because I mean, in Nigeria, we have agriculture here. We have a lot of things that, if you look deep, you will know that we have a lot. But what the president came up to say, I mean, from day one that he entered the office, that if they don't stop this, what we have will not be appreciated. Because you see people say, oh, I can't buy this rice. I think this one that is being imported is the best. They don't see. There's one word they say, you will never celebrate what you have until they take it away from you. So that is what is going on here. But I'm asking, I mean, over 100 years, yes, we know, we are not disputing the fact that our president is doing a whole lot. But how long will it take to implement one thing that people will be like, yes, the president has done so? People do not have patience anymore.
Like, I will say, and I will say repeatedly, that first of all, this government, we are still waiting. And we've not seen. Now, talking about food, really, what people want, they want action, they want means. not stories, because it's becoming fiction. Because stories without fact is fiction. What they want implementation. We're talking about food. Food is really the problem of Nigerians. Is really food. Create employment. Bring in machines. We have vast lands where we can harness all these things. We have both the land and the water. We have all these.
That happen. So do you think they just want to make headlines, or they are really willing to work for?
My take is that they really want to make headlines. Why? Now, if we look at the fuel hype, that to move from 260 to 600. Some places have been sold for 620. There were no stories. It came up that fuel is being moved for the fact that they want to create, they want to buy. But this has to do with the manpower. This has to do with, I could say, it's just like what a professor wrote in his inaugural lecture, that that Nigeria is a 6-week quest without a roadmap. Are there factories put in place to refine? If it's rice companies, are they factories? No. What are the machines, being brought? So let's start this thing. No. We are done with stories on air. I want to see actions.
Well, we are still keeping our fingers across, and then we still believe. We still believe our hope is still alive, and I'm telling you now, keep your hope alive and still believe, be patient. For the president, the government, the federal government is going to do all they have said. They are taking one step at a time, and I'm sure they will do it. Like he said, at the factories put together, be sure they are doing something about it. That's the much we can say for now. Into our next story, the Lagos State Police Command has declared Oludomi Ibrahim, aka Prime Boy, wanted, following his failure to honor police invitation. Prime Boy was invited amidst investigation into the circumstances leading to the death of Eleo Oluwa Olaba, aka Mobad. A statement signed by the Lagos Police PRO Benjamin Hondoyi read in part, Ibrahim is approximately 1.64 m tall, male, dark complexion, with tribal mark and Yoruba by tribe. His last known address is 3rd Power, OK Eletu Ikorodu. If seen, contact the nearest police station or call 0803 688 5727. The Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command CP Idowu Owondewa, hereby offer an handsome reward of 1 million naira to anyone with useful information leading to his arrest. Meanwhile, Mr. Joseph Alaba, father of the less Nigerian singer Eleo Oluwa Alaba, said professionally, as Mobad has revealed, that the demand for DNA tests for the less singer's son has become a global matter, and it is no longer limited to Nigeria. Speaking during an interview with the BBC Pidgin service on Tuesday, Mobad's father emphasized that strong bond he shared with his late son, describing their relationship as that of close companion who interacted like brothers. Alaba said these things has come to the majority now, not only Nigerians, so they should do the proper thing at the proper time. This issue of paternity of Mobad's 5-year-old son has become a topic of discussion since the dismissal of the singer. But I am looking at the fact that, the father didn't say anything about it. Of course, it's because of the alarm that has been caused in the social media. That is why the father is now interested in the DNA. Initially, they weren't. But anyways, it's a good thing that he has come up to say that. But I'm concerned about the prime boy of a person. If you say that you are my best friend, I think you should be, you should be head up for me. Prime boy was said to be Mobad's closest best friend, childhood friend. Only think that he would have been in a position to even go extra mile to give security personnel the kind of investigation they want. Say something that you know. This is the second time they have come out, that he's on a wanted list. He was invited. This is the second time that he has been invited. He has been invited the first time, and then he did not show up. If other people that are not even close to Mohbad has come on social media trying everything they can to make sure that they come up with something reasonable for the security personnel, don't you think that he should be in a position, I mean, without even being invited, he should go there to say, I know something. Even if you don't know something, show that indeed this person was your best friend, but you are on a hideout. And then Dr. Olukemi came up to say that Prime Boy's mother has sent a message to her that Prime Boy will show up today in a police station. Is that really necessary? Police are looking for you. Why sending message to this Dr. Kemi? Is that really necessary? Don't you think that him doing all this will cause a lot of suspicion?
Yes. Looking at the case on ground, first of all, why will if he is innocent, as he should think, or as he is, he should avail himself. Go to this police station. Maybe before going there, you go with 1 or 2 persons and make 1 or 2 entries. You say what you know, and that ends it. Then this the issue of inviting you and you're not going, and now he has been placed on one call for. And another thing we should also look at, the Nigerian police also, they're not trying, honestly speaking, because we should avoid situations, not wait for the situation to occur. Then we are looking for how to remedy it. Like, for example, in his case, there have been issues of him raising alarm of threats to his life, and this was not looking issues. It was not taken into consideration until his death, and we are not putting up arsenals to see how we can get those criminals. No, before issues like this are being raised, there should be arsenals on ground. Immediately you get such information, you pick on it, not to wait until the person is dismissed, the person is dead, then and all this. Where will all these boys and will this also still raise more? But I believe, first of all, what we really want is what is justice.
Justice.
And justice should prevail. The suspected persons, if found guilty, should be lawfully detained and prosecuted. That's what we want.
Well, you've heard it for yourself, and there are numbers on the screen. So the police said if you have any useful information, you should call on the number, or better still, you can go to any police station closest to you, and you will stand a chance of winning 1 million naira. This is a challenge for you. So you can also be one out there who can give police the rightful information. And today is World Teachers Day, and they are saying, I mean, they need the right teachers for the right education that they want. So we are saying Happy Teachers Day to all teachers out there. You people are doing a whole lot. I mean, they say charity begins at home, but teachers are the ones doing a whole lot. You understand? Because you can imagine these days we have, that time. If your hand does not, I mean, reach, I think if your hand does not cross your head, you can't go to school. But you can see that now, whether it crosses or not, you are in school and teachers are doing a whole lot. So Happy Teachers Day. So you just say Happy Teachers Day.
Well, Happy Teachers Day to all teachers, including mom herself.
Oh, wow.
As a teacher who have